Guys, SAIYAN here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we got the Super Saiyan Hercule finally in Dokkan. I say that, but of course not the way that we had all anticipated or wanted. We got the teaser, I guess teaser you could say, the hint from the Super Saiyan Hercule statue, which strangely enough was released on JP, and you got them by summoning on the Topo banner. Every multi gave you one of the statues, but for Global, despite being in the files, there's no way to get them at the time of recording. I don't know if there'll be any change. If there is, I'll put a pinned comment on here. But yeah, we did not get a unit. We got a support memory instead, which is a bit of a shame because this makes the first April Fools for a couple of years now where we haven't gotten a new card. And considering that Goku just got his Awakening and Easy A and is pretty good, that is a bit of a shame, especially because Super Saiyan Hercule is something that people have been waiting for quite some time. But we do have the support memory, so there's a new stage that they added, a new event that they added with 3 very easy stages, and you just beat the 3rd stage a bunch of times to get the fragments to then get the support memory. So the support memory, the miracle of Super Hercule, superclass allies 4 key and attack and defense 10% for 3 turns when there is a Realm of Gods category enemy. So in terms of the effect, there are some good support memories that give permanent buffs, but they are for very specific categories. This one I would say is pretty good. Like if you're running a team with a bunch of LRs, 4 keys, obviously very good, 10% attack and defense, and then a Realm of Gods enemy, that's very good for Global for the current meta. And then of course when, you know, for JP and Global going into the anniversary, there's a lot of events where you're fighting like Blue Goku, Blue Gogeta, stuff like that, right? So you will be able to have the support memory. So yeah, let's go ahead and see this beautiful work of art. I wish active skills were voiced as well though. That's the one disappointing thing, but oh yeah, we know your abilities, Goku Black. Yes, Beerus. Beerus cameo. I really wish that the boss in stage 3 of his event was Beerus, because it's actually just Beerus, but I feel like that would have been really funny. They missed a trick there. I mean, let's be fair, they missed a trick a couple of steps along the way. April Fool's stuff, like in general, I don't like April Fool's things. It's really annoying when companies, franchises, Twitter account, like games and stuff like that, right, post like announcements for stuff that is just an April Fool's joke. But some of the time it's stuff that would actually be really cool if it was real. So I'm not a huge fan of it in general anyway, but like Dokkan always does fun stuff where they make the pretend game modes. And some of them honestly would be quite fun for them to be in the game, even if they were just like limited time. Like the latest one, right, Dokkan City, with the city builder type thing. It'd be kind of fun if that was a mode that you could actually play. But yeah, you know, it's the fact that they were giving out a unit as well is kind of cool, especially with the Goku being so good last year. So Dokkan April Fool's stuff I think has always been very cool, like very fun, and then, you know, it's just a bunch of goofy new game modes that don't really exist, but they put out some cool little promo things for them, and then we get a bunch of stones as like compensation because the event didn't actually come out. And then yeah, the unit as well was kind of like part of it, which was, like I say, very cool. The Goku one from last year, Bulma got her Easy A from like the Dokkan Racing minigame one from a couple of years ago, and her Easy A was quite good on release as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame if they're not going to do that. So obviously I guess we'd have to wait until next year to know for sure whether they are just not doing them anymore. But yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate that we didn't get a card, because it is a nice little touch as part of the April Fool's celebration. And of course, for I say celebration, it's like one day we get like an event and a unit and some extra like rewards. But it would be nice to have that as well. And like I say, I'll keep you guys updated if we do get any sort of news update about what's going on with the statues for Global. Because it's just a nice little collectible thing, right? Like, I kept the Beelzebub from Sandland, the Icarus things, like I've got the Roshi diamond statues. When they bring out those limited edition ones, I've got all the old like Christmas Kais as well. Like, it's kind of cool to just have them in your box as like a collector's item. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame for Global to not be able to get it, at least currently. Like I said, that's at the time of recording. If it changes at all, I will of course let you guys know. Update with like a pinned comment or something. But alright, let's let Piccolo... This is Piccolo's first turn. So he has guard. Hopefully, as long as he doesn't get supered straight away, he'll be fine. Typical. Right, there we go. But yeah, I mean, the support memory, whilst it is disappointing that it's just a support memory, the support memory is definitely very good for the meta. I do like the fact, you know, we all like to make fun of Dokkan's fumbles, but I don't want to give them too much credit, but it feels like a good design, the fact that it is a buff versus Realm of Gods enemies. I mean, it makes sense because of the context, right? The Hercule telling the story of his defeating Beerus, but it's just good because it's releasing on both versions of the game at the same time. But for Global, where one of our toughest events is still the Dismal Future Red Zone, and it's usable in the last 3 stages for that. And then, of course, like I say, for anniversary stuff on JP, there's a lot of Realm of Gods enemies. In fact, Proton's in the chat, so he probably knows. I think it is the case, right? If you have a support memory that activates, so it's like versus a Realm of Gods enemy, if you're in an event where the enemy isn't in Realm of Gods, in like the first 2 phases, for example, but then you get to the 3rd phase and they become a Realm of Gods character, like transform into blue or something, the support memory goes off like at the start of that turn, right? So if that is the case, for some of the anniversary stuff, like, that'd be quite good to get that buff in the later phases when the boss actually becomes harder. Yeah, as soon as it triggers the condition. That's what I thought, right? So, yeah, that'd be pretty good. Just get this in here. I like seeing these. But, yeah, so that could be quite good as well. I'm trying to think of some examples, though, because I know the one for the Gogeta event, in the first phase, you fight the gods, but, like, not in their god form yet, right? So then they wouldn't... But the card itself is still in Realm of Gods. Or actually, are they the gods in phase 1 and then they go blue? So they already are god. I'm trying to remember. Oh, look, we got the good old use the Dragon Fist active skill and there's no super on the rotation. Great. Well, I guess we'll do that. And then... we can do this. We're talking about this in one of the other Goku videos, but like, obviously you could, if you wanted to, just reset the app and then not use the Dragon Fist when that happens, but I don't like doing that. So yeah, because there's support memories that trigger when you get to a certain amount of HP and stuff, so just by that metric, I guess it's obvious that support memories can activate mid-event, but yes, something like that would be quite cool for some of these anniversary events where you're fighting, like I think Goku, the first stage of the... Is it from the blue zone you fight Goku, and then he ends up becoming God Goku, which means that the support memory wouldn't activate until nearer to the end. So yeah, those could be quite interesting. Like I say, whether they designed it that way on purpose, that it's versus a God Realm of Gods enemy, and that is actually beneficial for both versions, as it's released on both versions at the same time. But of course, knowing the way Dokkan does their design and stuff sometimes, it could just be a happy accident, but who knows. Alright, so Piccolo probably gets the win here. We'll see. I guess it depends if he gets immediately slot 1 supered again. But yeah, I mean, the support memory, it's nothing crazy. It's nice to get something other than nothing, but it is a bit disappointing that we didn't get a card. I suppose, like, a super... I mean, let's be fair. I guess a support memory that will be useful in some difficult events would be better than a free-to-play card who wouldn't be good in difficult events. But, I mean, the Super Saiyan Hercule thing is something that people have wanted in the game for quite some time. So it is a bit disappointing that we finally get it. Like, I know a lot of people were excited when we saw the Super Saiyan Hercule statue, when we saw the Dokkan City, like, fake event, and it had Hercule as, like, the poster boy for the art and everything. A lot of people got excited that we were finally going to get the Super Saiyan Hercule because he was going to be the April Fool's card, and then... you know, there is no card, it's just a support memory. So it's a bit of a shame, but, you know, the support memory is cool. It's a bit of fun, gives a buff for some decent events. So I don't want to you know, I'm not going to rag on the support memory just because it isn't a unit. Like, the support memory itself is cool and can be useful for some actual relevant content, so that's good. It's not like, you know, I can't remember exactly what it does off the top of my head, but it's like the 3,000 days login support memory, which is insane. Like, most people watching this probably won't have it. I'm still over 100 days away from being able to get it, but it's not even worth having. So at least the support memory is actually worth using in relevant content. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Have you got the support memory? Do you think we will see an April Fool's Day card next year, or are they just not going to do them anymore? What do you guys think? And yeah, I'll let you know about the Hercule statue if we do get any further information. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. Support memory. So we'll let this activate here. Which, did I even put it on?